I say you. Welcome to the BBW show, you feel me? We talk battle rap, basketball, and wrestling on a daily basis. Subscribe to my Instagram at _BBW show, you feel me? Now, the topic today is wrestling. More importantly, Dark Side of the Ring, Plane Ride from Hell. Woo! That shit was a thing to watch, bruh. If you didn't watch that, pause the video and go watch that. It's on Vice TV, it's on YouTube, it's on demand. Find that shit. That shit is something to see. I ain't gonna hold you. Now, before I get into the topic, right? Let's talk about this first. Does Dark Side of the Ring hurt professional wrestling? You feel me? That's what I'm gonna title this video. The reason why I say that is because me being a wrestling fan, like, shit like that would make me be embarrassed as a wrestling fan. I'm not gonna lie. That would make me be embarrassed. The shit that happened to Heidi Doley on the flight attendant, that shit is embarrassing, bro. Dark Side of the Ring, bro, puts out some embarrassing shit that I would not show somebody that's not a wrestling fan. Gangsta. Like, I would not show a casual fan some of that shit. Because they would be like, that's what you watch? Like, you watch that? You watch wrestling? And this is what they do in their real life? Like, you're a fucking weirdo. So, I definitely feel like, even though most of the Dark Side of the Ring have happy endings, I definitely feel like Dark Side of the Ring paints wrestling in a bad picture. You feel me? I definitely feel like that. That's just my opinion. But, let's get into it. So, the plane ride from hell. This is a story that's been around for years, like an infamous story, bro. And that's all it's been, stories and interviews, you feel me? It's been like mad interviews about it. I've never done my research on it because I really didn't care about it, but until now. And when I heard Dark Side of the Ring was doing it, I was like, nah, I gotta watch it. So let's get into this first. The talking heads of this was Jim Ross, Tommy Dreamer, Justin Credible, Mike Chioda, Heidi Doley, the flight attendant, Terry Runnels, and RVD, you feel me? So these are all the people that was there at the time, you feel me? JR, we all know what he did. Chris Jericho, why you wasn't talking in this? You do the voiceover, and you was in WWE at the time. And I'm pretty sure you was on the plane. Why wasn't you in this? Just questions. So, this happened. The plane ride from hell was like a week span, you feel me? They went over the seas for their overseas tour. Then they came back. They had a private plane with all these wrestlers. And this is right after they purchased ECW and WCW. So, you know it's like 500 people under contract. You feel me? This is like right before Ring of Honor and Impact Wrestling started. Well, TNA. TNA started like June or September 02, if I'm not mistaken. And same with Ring of Honor. This was May of 02. So, it starts off with Ric Flair being Ric Flair, you feel me? Everything is casual. He's talking to the females on the plane, flight attendants. Da-da-da. They go to the show, you feel me? And they like the crowd. You know what they say. The crowd overseas, what they call it, Bizarro World. You feel me? Hot crowd. We know that. Shit like that. Now, the plane, I ain't gonna hold you, it get clucky like the first 20 minutes. The first 20 minutes is like bam, 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 bam. Like, bro. So, they get on the plane, you feel me? They about to go home. They did their show. Everybody rocked out the show. Great show. Da-da-da. We out of here. They going to Connecticut. It's only the wrestlers on the plane. And Vince McMahon, JR, Linda McMahon. They're on the top of it. The whole plane is first class. You feel me? So, they get a delay. They can't go to Connecticut. 7 hours they on the plane. These motherfuckers go through 3 liquor carts. 3 liquor carts. You feel me? The big ass cart with all the liquor in it. Only bottles. 3 of them. 3. And this is 2002. So niggas was doing perks, Xanax. They had some shit called H-bombs. Like, they was on hefty drugs back then, bruh. Hefty drugs. Coke. It had to be coke. Think about that, bro. You about to go on a private plane. You're definitely taking some shit with you. And you came in back from overseas, so you probably bought some shit with you. You feel me? Let's keep it a stack. So, bro, 7-hour delay. They go through 3 cartons of liquor, bro. Rob Van Dam say these is like 5th graders. You feel me? Terry Runnels try to be nice and say wrestlers is like 12th grade varsity team leaving a football game, but y'all stuck in the parking lot. Rob Van Dam like, nah, these dudes is 5th graders. Like 11-year-olds. You feel me? Bro. So it's this H-bomb thing. They putting perks in, not even perks, they putting pills in people's drinks. You feel me? Jim Ross is, I'm not going to say he's furious, but you definitely see him get pissed off through multiple sessions of this interview, bro, or this documentary. So somebody puts an H-bomb, you feel me? One of these wild pills is supposed to knock you out for hours. Wild shit. Somebody puts one of Michael Hayes' drink, you feel me? Michael Hayes is on the plane. He starts tweaking. He's drunk. He off a H-bomb, wilding. He punches JBL while he sleep, punches him right in his face, busts his nose. JBL wakes up, slaps Michael Hayes to sleep. Slaps him to sleep. Knockout. Sleepy. Knock him out. You feel me? While he sleep, X-Pac. You feel me? Cuts his hair. Cuts my son ponytail off. Michael Hayes was asleep for like the whole ride. The whole 7 hours. From the delay until they got there. Night. You feel me? Michael Hayes is asleep. Now, X-Pac cuts ponytail off. Everybody's doing that. Mr. Perfect and Brock Lesnar get into a fight on the plane. On the plane. 6'4" Mr. Perfect. 6'6" Brock Lesnar. Both of these dudes, Aki, just fighting. Drunk. Like, yo, bro. They almost go through the emergency door on the plane. Like, bro. Terry Runnels exposes Brock Lesnar. You feel me? Here's why I say that. So, Brock Lesnar was getting a mega push at this time. 0-2 Brock. We know where it went. You feel me? He exposes himself to Terry Runnels. You feel me? Like, bro, creepy shit. I'm gonna have more to say about it. Now, they reached out to Brock Lesnar for comments. This is before he re-signed with WWE. So, he could have done it. We're not going to do that. He could have said something if he wanted to. He didn't say shit. That tells you a lot. You feel me? So, this is why I said Jim Ross got offended. Because they asked him, like, yo, what do you think about Brock Lesnar exposing himself to Terry Runnels? He was like, I didn't see it. You feel me? I'm not saying it didn't happen, but I didn't see it. But I'm not about to chase 500 grown-ass men around like they're little-ass kids, bro. I shouldn't have to do that. That's why I say he was getting offended. So, I'm not even going to talk about Dustin Rhodes yet. So, Ric Flair and Scott Hall molest the flight attendant. Simple as that. We're not even going to beat around the bush. They molested her. Straight up. Ric Flair out there on the plane, bro. Got his robe on, naked, nothing else under it, doing flip tricks with his jaw. Bro, they completely molest the lady, bro. We're not even going to do that. Scott Hall starts licking her face. Complete molestation, bro. No ifs, ands, or buts. Now, all of that happens, right? So they come back. Once they get off the plane, Scott Hall gets fired. Dustin Rhodes gets fired. And Mr. Perfect gets fired. Those 3 get fired. Let me say that again. Scott Hall gets fired. Dustin Rhodes gets fired. And Mr. Perfect gets fired. You feel me? Now, they settle in court with the lady. You feel me? The flight attendant sues WWE and whatever. She's in a private company. She sues her. She doesn't go public with it. So they settle for undisclosed amount of money. You feel me? Undisclosed amount of money. Now, around the same time where they settle, they switch from WWF to WWE. This is a major thing, bro. Like, what? This plane crash from hell is around the same time y'all rebrand from WWF to WWE. Like, if that's not marketing management at its finest, I don't know what is, bro. I don't know what is. And then they had to get the F out campaign. Like, yo, Bro, that's some shit. That's some shit. I'm not gonna lie, that's some shit. To market that, like, get the F out, and then y'all switch your whole company, and then y'all go public. What? What? Bro. So, Heidi Doley settles. She gets molested, you feel me? She settles and another flight attendant, you feel me? They have WWE settle for an undisclosed amount of money. Here's where it gets really, really bad at. So, nothing happens to Ric Flair, right? Remember what I just said. Scott Hall and Ric Flair molested her. Both of them. Only Scott Hall gets fired. Dustin Rhodes is drunk, you feel me? And off other drug. He gets fired. Mr. Perfect and Brock Lesnar get into a fight. Only Mr. Perfect gets fired. Nothing happens to Ric Flair. Nothing happens to Ric Flair. Not only that, but he starts Evolution with Triple H around November of 2002. And then he's in Evolution, the main event, the main heel faction on Monday Night Raw for the next 3 years. Think of that, bro. Ric Flair, bro. Like, if you wasn't fired before, WWE would have fired him, bro. If Ric Flair wasn't in WWE when this came out, he would have got fired now. I'm telling you. I promise you. WWE would have fired him right after this. He's lucky he got fired now. And now he's not getting signed by AEW. Because Tommy Dreamer ended up defending Ric Flair. He says that if Heidi Doley was so offended, she just should have took it to the police. That's what Tommy Dreamer says. A man who's working for Impact Wrestling right now, the Forbidden Door. He's working there. Impact Wrestling suspends Tommy Dreamer. Right now, today, live, like right now. For his comments. That's why I started the video saying this dark side of the ring hurt wrestling. Because he went up there and just gave his opinion. And now he's fired. Now, if Impact Wrestling was like WWE and they said, what? Shut the fuck up. Y'all niggas is not under contract going up there. You stupid? You're not doing that. If they would have done that, Tommy Dreamer would have never put his foot in his mouth and never got fired. Like, so think of that. Like, rewind it to the beginning. This dark side of the ring hurt professional wrestling. They paint professional wrestling at a terrible light. Even though they get wrestlers the freedom. Like, freedom is not always good, bruh. Freedom is not always good. You can go up there and say what you want, and now you don't have a job, Tommy Dreamer. Like, that's the plane ride from hell, bro. I don't know what much more I can say from that. I'm going to discuss all of the dark side of the rings this season, you feel me? All of the good ones. I'm going to say that, all of the good ones. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll be back with more.